What's good, everybody? It's your boy, O'Shea Duke Jackson, back at it again with another episode of The Celebrity Jump. Do you guys remember Andre Caldwell? If you do, that was the clip that made him very, very famous amongst the black YouTube or the black social media community. That I Am Delivered clip that was the Kojic convocation in St. Louis some years back. Andrew Caldwell has since become a social media influencer, getting into various beefs, a real popular one with Reverend Thaddeus Matthews, who's also very popular here on YouTube. But he's funny. He's a hilarious guy. I think he's from St. Louis also. He's gay, definitely, but he's hella funny. Like, he is funny as shit. And he's a troll. And he has this Jerry curl, S curl thing going on. You know, he kind of looking like he got that Al Jarreau thing. And he puts this as an Instagram status. Day music! No shade, but some of y'all can't find a good man because y'all act like a man. Can I get a ooh sound effect, Peter? Oh! Now, this is interesting because Andrew Caldwell has, if I can tell from the Instagram, because I was shown this, Andrew Caldwell has a lot of women that follow him. Many of them who like him until he says something like this, okay? Now, I want to just kind of get into some of these comments. Day music! Andrew Caldwell, shit, you all woman, ain't nobody tripping. Okay? And basically, this other girl goes, Day music! No shade, but how are you talking about people when you have a Jerry curl with a receding hairline? Can I get a ooh sound effect? Oh! And then this other person goes, I'm so over this. Men need to stop telling women how to act. Another lady goes, and you act like a woman, so stop. So act like a woman. Okay. All right. And then basically the other person goes, you're the woman. That's why you can't find one. And then one of these weavers says, is that the kettle calling the pot black? So I'm going to just talk about that. Like, it's just, they're all coming for him. And basically what they're saying is, you're homosexual, Andrew. Why are you even talking about these issues? Okay? Now, if you think about what he has to say, you know, and here's another one. Says the man that has women mannerisms. So if you think about what he has to say, let's forget his sexuality. His sexuality is not on trial here. And I know that we could say that, you know, he doesn't like women, but okay. It's the same sentiment that we hear on Kevin Samuel's channel. What he said is the same sentiment that you hear amongst, you know, many talking communities, amongst the red pill or in the black manosphere. What you hear is this from women themselves who don't really want to come out and say it all the time, but if you get them behind closed doors. And I can understand it in the black community, right? Because women come up a lot of times, single parent homes, have to go out there and have to work, have to take care of themselves, you know, because situations they're brought up in. I understand that a lot of women don't get the opportunity to be as feminine as they would like to, or have those resources to put them in a feminine position. I get it. But for a lot of black men, do we feel that what he's saying is wrong? Okay. Now, let's say, for example, if he would have said, no shade, but some of y'all can't sound like a good woman. You can't, like, he's talking to men, right? Let's say if he said, no shade, but some of y'all can't find a good woman because you're lazy. Those women would have been okay with that, right? But you see, even if you have somebody in the LGBT community who all his other posts they're okay with, because he's trying to come for them and tell them how he feels. He's making an observation, okay? A good man is not going to want a woman who has a lot of masculinity. That's all he's saying. If you're acting like a masculine man or with those traits, a good man is not going to want to deal with that. A submissive man will deal with that. So a man is going to get a woman that is in a position to be a woman to be submissive. That's all he's saying. But because of what he's saying, they're not listening at they're looking at, they're attacking him as a person, which I can get it because he's a man that they feel that he's an easy target because, oh, well, you act like us. That's not what's really on trial here. Okay? He's just saying, some of y'all are single because these are the behaviors that you're having. Now, if he was guilty, okay, of something like, let's say, of what he's talking about, it will be different. Like, say, for example, if it's Umar Johnson trying to tell people not to be corrupt, and we all know about his corruption, then it's something more to say. But if he's making an observation why you can't get a man, because y'all act this way, he don't have to be dating black women to understand that dynamic. I mean, a lot of y'all are his friends. Like, this is what I don't understand. Like, a lot of times, men in the community that are some of them that are, let's say, that are in the position of Andrew Caldwell. You grew up in church. You have a lot of women that are friends. Well, one thing is both of y'all like the same thing. Okay, so he knows what it is that y'all like. He knows it. Okay, he understands what you're dealing with. He understands what the guys are dealing with to a certain degree. And what he's saying is that attitude being recalcitrant, that's the problem for a lot of masculine men. But then y'all come for him for, oh, well, you're just gay. Okay, so then if it's the baby or somebody else, now I do understand that's a different situation. I get it all together. But all of a sudden it's like, okay, well, will you like, you're a woman. What does that got to do with anything? Okay. And that's the problem. I can see if he was like guilty of something that was, like for a guy that is like, don't do what I say, I do what I do. He's making an observation. Let's say, for example, he's like, well, yeah, I don't steal. But then he's the one stealing. That's different a little bit. In a situation, you're saying the reason why some of y'all are single because y'all act too masculine. That's what a lot of guys are. This is what a lot of guys are saying all across America in certain communities. Especially in the black world, this is something that sentiment's been going around for years. He's not saying anything different than what people have always heard. But because of his sexuality, he's being attacked. And I find that very, very, very interesting since, you have certain female blogs like Madame Noir, Boss, they're really, really big on protecting LGBT rights, but they ain't gonna cancel them subscribers talking about them. But what do you think? It's your boy, O'Shea Duke Jackson, back at it again with another episode of The Celebrity Junk. I really appreciate you for all that you do. Subscribe, hit the bell. Check out the first comment at the top. Check out the Black and Her Perfect t-shirts. And as you know, the buffoonery remains at an all-time high. I'm out.